right, what's going on, peoples? Today is February 2nd, Thursday, and it's after market. Wanted to bring just a couple of things to you. I wanted to make this video really quick. Basically, just wanted to talk about my expectations for tomorrow, February 3rd, Friday, and looking back on my predictions for this week or analysis for this week and to see how we did. So you can see on the screen, this is what I drew coming into the week on Sunday with my expectations. I thought we were going to get a little bit of negativity, and we actually did, but it didn't last very long. But we did stay within this channel. So I just want to show you what the expectations were. We actually did break this particular set of resistance right here. So I'll show that to you right now. So here's what we have. And I guess I could just bring it up on the full thing right here. So this is what we have right here. So you can see that we did break that resistance area and beyond. We actually broke 3 different resistance levels. You probably can't see that, but we got a wick above this 4180 level right here. But we did stay within the channel. We got 1 day of negativity, which I thought was coming because the VIX was like super low right here. It's super low now again, so I'm expecting the same thing to happen tomorrow. But this is what we did so far. So we've got 1 more day to fill in, and we have 100 points to work with to fall and still stay within this rising channel. I do think we need to fill out some of this channel. We still have some headroom to go, but I don't think that we're going to fill it because we did get some disappointing reports and the futures are down a little bit after hours. You can see we're down 26 on the futures because got a few disappointments on the earnings. So I do think that we're going to fill in some of this space right here, maybe hover above this now support area, something like that. So my game plan is still to continue to favor selling calls at the moment, even though they're kind of giving me brain cancer right now. Even today, like the market again rallied up above from where it already rallied from, and continued its upward momentum, challenging my calls again today. But I was still able to persevere because my calls are above 4,200, and you can see 4,200 is right here, right at where the top of the channel is. So I didn't think that we were going to break the top of this channel. So again, tomorrow I have that same thesis. I'm going to try to get in pretty early actually tomorrow for a call spread. I want to get about a 4230 because 4230 will be right about here, and that'll put me outside of this rising channel. And I just don't think we're going to break the rising channel. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I honestly think we're going to go down. So that's another reason to get in early if I can, just to get as wide as I can on this call and see if I can get to that 4230 area for selling a call. On the put side, we're just going to play it like normal, wait for our stochastics and everything to line up to see if we can get something. But yeah, so today looked like this. Let me get all this stuff squared away, and get back to the SPX. We were looking like this today. So pretty weird day, if you ask me, as far as price action. We gapped up, tried to start filling the gap, and then the market said yoink and said never mind. Blew through our R1 right here, and then just kind of played with it a little bit. And then I don't know what happened here, but I guess the sellers decided to just step in and take some profits or whatever, but they took their profits pretty steeply down till we got to this point, and they said never mind again, we're done. And the market rose back up into where it ended the day. So pretty weird day, if you ask me. But both trades, both sides of the market, I traded both sides and we were successful. In my personal account, I did jump the gun a little bit early, as I'm me. So, I mean, you're going to get that a lot, but I think I traded a 42, what I trade? Can't remember. I think it was like a 42, 20, 25, something like that. Early on in the day, and I got a bad fill on it. this is another thing when you're trading. I don't know if other platforms are like this, but with Thinkorswim, if you don't lock the price of your limit order, there's a little lock on. If you don't lock it, it will change on you as you are entering the trade and you don't know about it. Or if you don't slow down to check on it, it'll change. The limit price will change on you with the market a millisecond before you hit the submit button. And if that happens on you and that change is negative or closer, smaller than what you want, it's going to fill like immediately. So in my case, I got filled at like 10 cents, which I don't do 10-cent trades, right? So I got a bad fill on that. And of course, as soon as I put it in, the market shot up. I'm pretty sure I put in the order like right here or something like that. You know what I mean? But I put it in at the exact wrong time, got a bad fill on it. And then the market shot right up into me. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and take an L on that. It wasn't the account I'm showing you guys was a personal account. Excuse me. But I just want to make you aware to slow down and make sure you know what you're entering, because it's something that I'm guilty of all the time. That happens to me all the time. So I'll get in for less than what I thought that I did. So I just went ahead and just nothing about the order was going right. So I just went ahead and took a small loss on that on my personal account. But just wanted to pass that along so you don't do the same thing. Anyway, so this is what I did in the practice account, or the $500 account, and well within margins, you can see. So we're good to go on that. And let's see what else I wanted to talk to you guys about. If you're not in the Discord, I talk about all of this stuff, all this technical analysis and everything, put it right in the general section of the Discord. You don't have to pay anything to access that. So go ahead and join the Discord if you want to see me talk about this stuff live. I put it all in here, all of my thoughts, where I think the market's going, where I think we're headed, everything like that. So if there's no video, pop in the Discord and, find the information there and participate, ask some questions. You can ask me whatever you want. And I'll try to get back to you. You can see right here, the winnings for the day. It was actually a pretty lucrative day. Got 90 off of 2 contracts, Iron Condor. That was pretty good. And you can see where we're at. We're at over 1,300 now, closing in on our $1,500 3 contract goal. So we're steaming right on ahead with that. We have major stuff tomorrow, but it's going to be before market open. So we'll see what that gives us. After market open, we've just got the manufacturing PMI, which, it's probably not going to move the market that much, to be honest with you. Outside of that, last thing I wanted to talk to you about again is the wonderful spreadsheet right here. I just wanted to mention one more time. I'm probably going to keep mentioning it, how motivational this thing is and how it keeps me on track. Because when you're trading with smaller dollar amounts, it feels for a long time like you're really not doing anything. You start with $5. It's amazing to go from $500 to $1,500 and so on and so forth. Don't get me wrong. But when you're faced with the absolutely titanic task of building actual usable wealth from $500, I mean, that's fantasy, right? That's fantasy level. And you kind of know it deep down inside, right? Like this is almost next. If there is an impossible, this is next to it. It feels like, regardless of what the math says. But looking at this, you can see step by step that it can happen. So it allows me to focus where I need to focus. Like if I need long-term motivation, I just scroll down a couple months and I'm just like, wow, if I keep doing what I'm doing way up here, then that can lead to what's down here, right? And if I just need, step-by-step motivation, okay, what's my next step? What's the saying? How do you eat a whale? It's bite at a time or whatever, or how you eat an elephant. I don't know. One bite at a time. This is my next bite. My next bite is $53. And I did add commissions to this for Thinkorswim commissions just because it was messing with the long-term numbers. I wanted to be a little bit more accurate. But, I know that if tomorrow I can earn at least $53, then I'm on track for whatever is down here, right? So I can look at it from whatever perspective I want. I can scroll down wherever I want. I've already done all of the legwork as far as what steps that I want to take once I reach certain levels, all this kind of stuff. All of that's already done for me. I can just focus either on this or I can focus on this. I use it to plan, but I don't use it to lean on, because who knows what's going to happen between now and then. But I also can look at this and be like, 1 year, 12 months. If I can have a run of just 12 months, where I get lucky, where I can stay tight, where I can stay true, follow the rules, focus, not take any big losses. If I could just get 12 months, I'm going to end up somewhere in here. Even if it's, 12 months later and I've taken a couple losses and I've got set back some, I could still end up here in 12 months by next year, right? It's kind of like working out or going to the gym for the first time, and you're very unathletic. You get tired very easily. You're sweating just walking up the steps to the gym, and you can only do like, half a set of a 5-pound weight and all this kind of stuff. You're looking around at all these other guys with the big muscles and all this kind of stuff, and just tearing up the weight room and doing, grunting and all this kind of stuff, doing deadlifts. And you just look around. How can I ever aspire to that? That's what it feels like without this kind of guide, right? This allows you to focus on that 5-pound weight and say, okay, tomorrow when I come to the gym, I'm going to do one more rep than I did today. This is how many more reps I need to do tomorrow. I need to bump that 5-pound weight up to a 6-pound weight. And if I do that, then the next day and the next day and the next day, by next week, I need to bump that up to an 8-pound weight. And eventually, by the end of next year, this is what I'm going to do, says the math, and the math don't lie. So this is extremely motivational. I look at this thing every single day, and it really does help. So if you are able to, I highly, highly recommend that you come into the Discord and get access to this sheet, man. It's so motivational. It's right here. So motivational, keeps you on track, keeps you on task. I'm almost ready to say you need it. You really do. I've done this a couple of times, taking small amounts and taking it up to larger amounts. And just the nature of compounding, it sucks for the first third to 3/4 of the time up until your actual goal. So if your goal is to turn, 10,000 to 100,000, the first 3/4 of that journey, your 10,000 is going to go from like 10,000 to 12,000 to 15,000 to 20,000. It's not going to feel like you're really doing anything until that last quarter. So it's not set up for the impatience that we naturally have, if that makes any sense. Because I have it. I'm super impatient. I don't want to wait. That's why I did all this in the first place. I don't want to wait 30, 40 years to make $1 million and to possibly retire. Who knows what's going to happen in that time, right? So this right here is to me is absolutely necessary to keep you on track, to keep you from over trading, which is another problem that people have. When you go into the day, you only need 50, 60 bucks. You don't need to go for 90. You don't need to go for 100. If you are able to get $100, then you can back off the risk and take it down to $60 and get even less risky and get more peace of mind. That's why I just think you need this sheet, man. If it's not this sheet, you need something like this, some kind of tracker that's going to tell you what your next steps need to be to get to the long steps. So I said I wasn't going to make this video long. Of course I lied because I can't shut up. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and see y'all later. All right.